Hey, I'm back. Sorry for the cutoff. This will have to be part two. Um, this person said they were over it, and they obviously were not over it because they kept bringing it up. They kept having a long, drawn out conversation with me about it, which I was willing to talk. 'Cause that's why I called. But you have to, like I said, who's to blame? Who's to blame? Is it my fault or your fault that we both in our own separate, different type of situations? And the answer is, it's both our own fault. You know, I was at fault for not putting myself in a position to where I could help someone with when I normally do, if I can. Normally I am, but I made whatever bad decisions I made at that time to put myself in a situation to where I couldn't help anyone but myself, or not even myself at times, and and they did whatever they did to put themselves in the situation that they're in. So we all have to take accountability for the actions that we take and the mistakes that we make. And you know, and dealing with this, it was better for me to contact this person because it was something that I would think about every once in a while, and I needed to get it off my chest. So I'm glad I spoke to that person, even though they still may be angry. I'm glad I spoke to that person, even though they still may be angry with me. Because they felt I left them hanging or whatever. You, like I said, you do what you think is best at that time when stuff is going on and things ain't looking good. You do what you think is best for you, and you and we are selfish. Humans. It's natural. I'm reading this book actually called Social: Why Our Brains Are Wired to Connect, and it actually says in there that we are wired to naturally want to take care of ourselves first. So that's nothing you don't really need to apologize for. A little selfishness you don't need to apologize for because it's naturally wired into your brain. And so, so it'll happen. When shit get hard, you're naturally going to, probably want to take care of yourself first. Look at any movie, any bad situation where it was two friends or neighbors or something like that. You know, and stuff got bad. What did neighbor do? He looked out for himself and his family. So it's just natural. So you don't have to apologize for just acting natural. It's okay to be selfish, because I say that because you have to work on you. You have to give yourself time to figure out who you are and what you want out of life. Um, like Alexander said, know thyself. If you're a reader, you know what exactly Alexander I'm talking about. I won't tell you the last name because then you won't go look for it. So go look for it. Um, but yeah, that's something that I had to call and deal with. Like I said, I'm glad I had that conversation, and I'm glad um, that I dealt with the situation the best way I could, even though it's all over with. Even though that situation with me and this person is all over with, and we're not on good terms. Well, I'm on good terms with her. She's not on good terms with me, so I guess you can say we're not on good terms. We're not on agreeable terms, but it's things like that that help you grow. When you go through situations, if you can look back and learn something from it, simply just learn something from it and adapt and adjust, you learn, and that's how you grow as a person. And that's what I'm all about. Personal development as people, and of course NCA. Uh, Subscribe to my channel, whichever side it's gonna be on, this side or that side. It's gonna be on one of the sides. Yeah, that's what I'm all about, personal development, and I'm just glad I'm finally attacking problems. I'm glad I'm to the point to where I can attack problems in my life, that I can deal with them accordingly. Now I can do it to when I'm actually in the moment, I can deal with it. When I'm actually in the moment, I can deal with it. Back then, it was an after the fact thing. So now I'm preventing fires instead of and I'm preventing fires instead of putting them out, which is better for me. Y'all let me know what y'all think.